afternoon. Welcome back. Hope everybody has a great summer, and we are ready to get started. Agenda item 1A is obviously the approval of the minutes. May I have a motion to?
So move.
Okay.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Abstentions? Nays? The motion is approved. Policy item 1B1. I will turn over to Executive Vice Chancellor Alexander Lowe.
Okay, thank you. The first policy item is a Bachelor of Science in Pharmaceutical Sciences at York College. This applied science program will be the first one of its kind at CUNY. The program has a strong emphasis in the study of chemistry and will prepare graduates for careers in the pharmaceutical, chemical, cosmetics, and related industries, as well as provide a solid foundation for graduate studies in the sciences or medicine. Students will benefit from the existing collaboration with the Northeast Laboratory of the Food and Drug Administration housed on the York campus. The development of the program was facilitated through a National Science Foundation grant entitled Pathways to Chemical Technology, Education, and Careers. That's a $900,000 grant awarded to York as part of a partnership among 4 CUNY colleges: York, Bronx Community College, Kingsborough Community College, and Queensborough Community College.
Okay. So are there any questions? Okay.
The articulation is mentioned in the proposal, and it said that it was going to be completed in the spring. That was between York and Queensborough, Bronx, and Kingsborough. So
I do not know. Is there someone here who knows about the articulation? Has been completed?
So, other questions?
I'd like to express strong support for this proposal. This is one more step in providing career opportunities for CUNY students, and I look forward to more similar steps in similar areas.
Okay. Are we all okay with this item? So, why don't we move on it, then we vote as a block. I think that will be expedite the matter. So item number 1B2, Lehman College, MS in Business.
All right, this is a Master of Science in Business, which builds on the success of Lehman's existing undergraduate programs in business. It's a graduate program that aims to help business professionals enrich their academic background with a specialization in a chosen field of business administration. At present, 3 specializations are envisaged: finance, marketing, and human resources management. Currently, no other graduate business program is offered by a private or public institution in the Bronx.
I know that Trustee Philip Berry is in the other committee right now because they need a quorum, and he has a number of comments. One is that he noted that he liked the finance and the accounting portion of it. Seems very, very well done and very, very strong. He was just a little bit curious about, number one, whether why not directly a MBA program, and I think that's somebody from Lehman may want to address that answer. And also, he has a question about that since it's such a global economy, the diversity issue could have been addressed in one of the courses. And so those are the comments he asked me to relay to the committee.
Yes, I can answer that.
Sure.
In terms of the first question,
Can you speak up on the mic? Yeah, come on. Identify yourself.
Mary Papazian, I'm the provost at Lehman. To the first question, in terms of why an MS and not an MBA, the MS is a program that's designed to intensify the experience at a graduate level, in particular areas of business. And we have close to 1,000 students in our undergraduate business program who are looking to increase their expertise at the master's level. The MBA is a very different kind of degree. It's a very focused degree, and it's already being addressed in CUNY. And in terms of the second question, the diversity question and the international, there's, if you look at the courses that are being proposed here, the new courses, There is diversity issues infused throughout the curriculum. We thought rather than have one course that focused on diversity by itself and separate, that it was pedagogically more sound to infuse it in all of the various areas. So we've got that embedded throughout the curriculum, and there's also a strong international component in many of these courses as well.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to express support for this program. As Provost Papazian mentioned, that department that is putting this forward is one of the largest departments on the campus, and this will provide the students in that department with appropriate graduate level opportunities.
Thank you. Moving on, we're going to vote this as a block. Item number 1B3, Lehman College BS in Exercise Science.
Okay, this is a Bachelor of Science in Exercise Science. This program will equip students with skills and competencies for entry-level jobs in exercise science, physical fitness, wellness, or community health education. As the health and fitness industry expands, job opportunities for graduates are increasing at a higher than average rate. The students in this program will learn to evaluate health behaviors and risk factors, and how to motivate individuals to modify negative health habits and maintain healthy lifestyle behaviors. There are no public institutions currently offering this degree program in the Bronx.
Just a comment as somebody who's struggled through course proposals myself. I noticed that these two from Lehman in this proposal were sort of I don't know, sketchy. So I'm assuming that once they're actually presented in the department and with faculty members and so on, a lot of that will be fleshed out, all the learning objectives and the performance objectives and specific, more specific on the syllabus and so on.
Lehman College has an outstanding facility in terms of the Apex, which with exercise facilities inside, so it's more than well enough equipped to handle this major, and it's a major that's long been needed at the college since that facility was built.
Thank you. Other comments? Item number 1B4, College of Staten Island, MA in Mental Health Counseling.
Yes, Master of Arts in Mental Health Counseling. This proposal was developed in response to the recent legislation in the state of New York introducing licensure requirements for mental health counselors. Several CUNY colleges have already registered programs preparing graduate students for licensure as mental health counselors. This proposal is similar and responds to the needs of the Staten Island community and to student demand. The proposal provides ample illustration of employment opportunities for graduates. The curriculum will include content that clearly defines the scope of practice, including the limitations of graduates' expertise, the importance of seeking collaboration with other professionals, and how to function as part of an interdisciplinary treatment team.
I'd like to fully support this program. Any program related to the mental health needs of any community in the city of New York is welcome. But I just don't know. I'd like to know a little bit more about the program, when they're going to start, how many students are going to be there, what percentage of Hispanic population is in Staten Island, what percentage of Hispanic will be admitted to that kind of a program. I do believe that it is very important that we take in consideration the community that's going to be served by this kind of a program. And it should be the curriculum and the people participating in there should be representative of the community. So I don't know anything about Staten Island in terms of the community, and I'd like to hear a little bit more about that.
Is anybody here from CSI?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Bill Fritz, I'm the provost at the College of Staten Island. I'm very new there. I've only been on campus for a month, but one thing that I've learned in the month that I've been there is the college values partnerships with the community, and the community very much is concerned about issues of mental health. And I would really turn it over to Professor Nan Sussman, chair of the department, to answer the specific questions that you had about the program.
Thank you.
Hi. We welcome your support, and fun. Thank you. We welcome your support, and the program is, we're intending to start September '09, so that gives us a year to finish all of the curriculum approvals and recruit students. As Provost Fritz said, I think one of the hallmarks of the program are our affiliations with mental health facilities on Staten Island. The college has been involved in undergraduate internships for 30 years, so we have very strong ties to the community, mental health centers, community mental health, and so I believe that in terms of the outcomes, all of the Staten Island community will be served. Our psychology major presently has about 450 students, and they represent the whole population of Staten Island. We have an increasing diversity on Staten Island, and not only Hispanic students, but South Asian students, African students. So I believe that in the recruitment of students for the masters, it will also reflect the diversity of our borough.
How many students you are planning to bring into at the very beginning of the program?
Right. The very first year, 15. And we will then be serving close to 400 by the end of 5 years. Right.
Excellent. I congratulate you, and I'm a good friend for putting forward this beautiful program. I think it will be very beneficial for the community. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And last. Okay. And item number 1B5, Hostos Community College, degree in accounting.
Okay. Yes, this is an associate in science and accounting. The proposed program provides pathways for community college students to pursue further education and careers in accounting, auditing, as well as financial operations and management fields. It emphasizes basic accounting principles and provides a foundation in business organization and management. Graduates will be prepared for entry-level bookkeeping and accounting jobs, as well as for continuing in a baccalaureate program. An articulation agreement with Lehman College has been signed, allowing students to transfer to Lehman's BS in accounting without loss of credit.
Questions?
Very glad to see that articulation agreement with Lehman having been worked out. Excellent program.
I'd like to mention that one of the strong points of this program is the intended articulation, or intended, put it better, interaction with the Bronx area high schools, so that the high school students know of these opportunities at Hostos.
I also want to fully support this program.
Thank you. Okay, so I have a motion to advance and approve these items.
So moved.
Okay.
Seconded.
Seconded, Trustee Short. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Nays, abstentions, motion carries. Informational item.
Okay, the first information item is on the CUNY Law School Center on Latina Rights and Equality. The mission, this is a new center that's being established at the CUNY Law School. The mission of the center is to promote legal research and scholarship on issues concerning Latinos and Latinas. It will support faculty research projects and curriculum development on issues that affect the Latino community. The center will also collaborate with the Law School Center for Diversity to encourage students from underrepresented populations to consider careers in law. The center requires only minimal startup costs, which will be covered by the law school. Planned activities such as organization of conferences and the creation of a special library collection on Latinos and Latinas and the law are expected to be supported by outside grants. So that's the information.
Okay.
I keep going?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I have some additional information items concerning summer developments and looking ahead. The first of those concerns another program at the law school, at the CUNY Law School, the Pipeline to Justice program. This is a program which is based on the fact that law actually has more underrepresentation than many other professions, including medicine and accounting. So the CUNY Law School Pipeline to Justice program its purpose is to increase diversity in the legal profession. It's open to people of all backgrounds, but it especially serves students of color. In general, at the law school is looking for students who support the mission of the law school, which includes the diversification of the practice of law, as well as a commitment to urban issues and to public service. Each year, there are around 300 to 500 people who are not accepted to the law school, but who are invited to apply to this program. So they've applied to the law school, they have not been accepted, and then they are instead invited to apply to the Pipeline to Justice program. Their scores, to be asked to apply, their scores have to be below the cutoff for the law school admissions, but not extremely low. To apply, they need to, if they want to apply, they have to say what disadvantages they have had to overcome in their lives, and that's done because to engage in this program successfully at the law school is going to require their overcoming some additional obstacles. About 45 people end up enrolling in the program each year. During this program, which lasts for 1 year, students prepare for the LSAT, trying to improve their scores. If they meet a certain criterion on the LSAT when they retake it, then they work on critical thinking and critical writing skills. Through this year, while they're in the program, the law school gains information about these students that it can then use about which students it's worth taking a risk on despite their LSATs being too low for traditional admissions. About 20 students from the program subsequently gained admission to the law school. And this is out of a total class of 130 to 150, so it's actually a pretty substantial proportion of the class at the law school. And what this program does essentially, to sum it up, is it ensures access to the institution while also ensuring quality.
Excellent.
Okay, so that's the first item. Then also, we thought that you would want to know an update on the status of the master plan. The 2008-2012 master plan, and just very simply, it is in Albany. It is continuing to be reviewed by the New York State Education Department with an eye towards having it approved by the New York State Board of Regents in November. Another update concerns what has been happening about a program we have called the Teacher Academy. The Teacher Academy was launched in 2006 as one of CUNY's many programs that address the need of New York City public schools for high-quality math and science teachers. This program admits students as freshmen and gives them extensive teaching experience for 4 years while they major in math or science. Now that we've had 2 full years of experience with the Teacher Academy, it is a good moment to take stock of the lessons that we have learned from the Teacher Academy in order to maximize the preparation of high-quality math and science teachers going forward. At the same time, it's become necessary for CUNY to reconsider those aspects of the Teacher Academy that have major implications for the increased and recurring costs for CUNY that the current model requires. Since the launch of the Academy, it has enjoyed the generous support of the Petrie Foundation, which has enabled CUNY to establish an effective administrative structure for the program to provide scholarships and stipends to students, conduct many planning and development activities, and to develop and implement strong partnerships with host schools. In addition to the support provided by the Petrie Foundation, CUNY's central office and the campuses have contributed substantial resources to conduct summer programs for and provide summer stipends to new students and to support essential administrative functions. CUNY has also committed itself to covering the costs associated with the waiving of tuition and fees for the Academy students. In recent weeks, as CUNY has responded to the imposition of city and state budget reductions, and we are preparing for possible future further fiscal restraints, it's become evident that the projected costs of the current Teacher Academy model, as it is more fully implemented, are prohibitive. So for all of these reasons, CUNY has decided to spend the next academic year in careful study of the Teacher Academy's successes to date and of how to reconfigure the Teacher Academy to achieve the same successes but in a more efficient manner. The Office of Academic Affairs is convening a university working group to develop recommendations for the Chancellor regarding appropriate modifications to the Academy. And we are determined that by the end of this coming academic year, we will have available a set of options that will generate at least as many math and science teachers as the current configuration of the Teacher Academy. During this academic year of study of the Academy, there will be a pause in new admissions to the Teacher Academy for the class entering in fall 2009. All students who are currently enrolled in the Academy, including those who have just been admitted for fall 2008, will be ensured the opportunity to complete their full program. So we look forward to the continued support of the Teacher Academy by the many constituencies who have ensured its successes to date, and we're looking forward to the guidance and advice of those constituencies as we move forward to the next phase for the Teacher Academy.
Questions?
I look forward to the restructuring of the Academy. Preparation of math and science teachers is critically important for the city and for the region, something we can't drop the ball on. At the same time, we have to have a system that operates efficiently given the budget restraints, and we look forward to working with you on that.
Okay.
I had a question about the LSAT.
Oh, okay.
Back to that. How does that score work? In other words, is there a requirement that you meet a certain number, which, failing that, regardless of what else is in your record, you're not admitted, or does it work?
I believe we have someone here from the law school who can explain this in detail.
How low is low, but not too
I don't know how much detail. Hi, my name is Natalie. Where should I go?
Yeah, Natalie, come here.
My name is Natalie Gomez-Velez, and I'm Associate Dean for Academic Affairs at the law school. Am I too loud? Yeah. That's better.
Sorry, they're getting upset in there. You don't want to upset them in there.
What was in there? And I believe the question was around the Pipeline to Justice program and the function of the LSAT score.
Generally.
We look at a score around the range of 150, right, which is where around the place, and it's not an exact, right, because we look at really score bands, but that's sort of the functional place where we're looking, because what we're looking for is students who every other indicator in their application shows that they have the capability, but one of them that we were looking at is the LSAT, except for the LSAT. And one of the things that the Pipeline to Justice program is designed to do is address the LSAT, but it's much more than an LSAT preparation course. Because what we find is we want to make sure that students who are coming into the law program are prepared, have the foundational information that they need, have the critical thinking, critical writing, critical reading skills that they need. So one portion of the program is around the LSAT, to the extent that that predicts for success on the bar at the other end, right? Because we want to make sure that they get through the program, pass the bar, and are able to practice law. One portion of that has to do with the LSAT. The other piece has to do with this critical writing and reading and baseline information just about structures of government, that kind of thing. And so in the program, one part of it is addressing the LSAT, and we look at a score if they reach a certain score, if they increase their LSAT score by a certain amount, they're admitted to the second portion of the program. The second portion of the program focuses on this other critical reading, critical writing skills. So as the Vice Chancellor mentioned, it's a program that requires them to invest a significant amount of effort. And once they scale that hurdle and the other obstacle, then they're admitted to the law school. And we're finding very good success. I mean, we've had one full class come in and complete a year. We've got another class coming in, and they're succeeding in the program at or above the rate of regular admits in terms of retention. I hope that answers the question. It's an exciting program, and I have to say it's something that's gotten attention in the legal academy across the country. So it is one of the models that other law schools in the Legal Academy are looking at as well.
Being no other question, I have a motion. Oh, you have one other. Sure.
I have
Sorry.
actually two others, but they're short. They're
okay.
much shorter.
I wasn't aware of it.
Okay, sorry. First of all, we recently learned that the governor, as well as the New York State Education Department, has approved our request to allow the City College to give the PhD in engineering, and both Hunter and City to give jointly with the Graduate Center the PhDs in biology, chemistry, biochemistry, and physics, and Hunter to give jointly with the Graduate Center the Doctor of Public Health degree.
Excellent.
That's great.
I think that is
It's very exciting. This is a big change. And then the last item is just that we are continuing to make progress on establishing the new School of Public Health. All academic degree programs that are needed in order to have an accredited School of Public Health have now been approved by the New York State Education Department and have begun. The most recent news is that Dr. Ken Olden, a renowned cancer researcher, has been hired to be the dean of the School of Public Health as it is being established. It doesn't quite exist yet, but he will be the dean. For many years, he has been director of the National Institute of Environmental and Health Sciences. He is a respected scientist and leader in the field of public health, and we are ecstatic that he's agreed to be our first dean of the School of Public Health.
One more item?
That's it.
That's it? All right, okay.
so moved.
Before we adjourn, I'd first of all like to congratulate the university on getting the services of Dr. Olden, an outstanding choice. Secondly, I'd like to deplore something. The facilities accorded to this committee are perhaps a little less than they ought to be, given that the Committee on Academic Policy, Program, and Research is perhaps the most important core committee of the board. We should be meeting in a slightly more convenient and useful facility than we are.
Did someone pay you to say that?
There were many people who'd be willing to pay me to say that.
We'll do it. We'll alternate.
Yes, right.
I feel the same. I think that we deserve august surroundings.
Yes. Okay. All right, motion to adjourn? So, thank you, everyone.
Oh, well, I was going to, but then I thought, yeah, I'm here reading my notes.
Yes, I happened to glance at it. I said, I better not call for motion to adjourn.
And I forgot all about it.
No, that's